Hello everyone, back with an impromptu video. So yeah, I wasn't planning on doing one until I do my next recent watches. So I think I've only watched 3 films since the last one. So yeah, probably be another week or so, maybe Saturday when I'm off work I'll record it if I've watched enough by then. Planning on watching a few today. But yeah, I've received a package um, from, I won't say his full name, but Al, Big Al, I think he's sort of known as on YouTube. Um, Last time I checked, he doesn't seem to have a YouTube channel, or at least doesn't sort of post videos. But yeah, he's commented on mine and things, and then quite a while ago, must have been 6 months plus, uh, when I was giving away a load of stuff on my channel, he commented and wanted, I think it was the American Horror Story Blu-rays. I think I had series 1 to 5, a few other things, and I chucked a load in, sort of sent him the box. He sort of posted it on his I think he's in like a Facebook group of like physical media collectors, saying he sort of got them given some free things. A while ago, he did send me a parcel. Trying to remember what was in it now. I know the Beatles 8 Days a Week film was in it. It was some Blu-rays, quite a few in there. But yeah, unfortunately, anybody that knows the history, with my sort of block of flats where I live, yeah, there was basically a crackhead stealing people's things, and I was sort of waiting for it to turn up. Then I think Hal messaged me a week or 5 days, maybe even longer after he dispatched it, saying, "Have I got it?" And I said, "No, I hadn't received it." Thought he'd sort of not sent it yet, or it got lost. So he tracked it, and it had been delivered and then gone missing. So yeah, the postie had left it on my doorstep. So yeah, I'm assuming the crackhead took it. So unfortunately, I never received that parcel. So obviously, I apologised to Al, and he knew, it wasn't really my fault. Someone else had sort of intercepted the parcel, but he sent me another one. So yeah, I was a bit worried this was gonna go missing. So yeah, really glad when the door knocked today, and it's here. It's all intact. Oh, I won't try not to show you his. Well, it's only got a postcode actually, but yeah, cover over his address. It's got my address and things on, so I'll try not to show that. I haven't opened it properly yet, but I've kind of just opened the top, so it won't be such a faff trying to get it open. Not gonna lie, this was a very well packaged, very sellotaped up, kind of bit of a Krypton factor, crystal maze to get this one open. It's like a jigsaw from Sordid Arts and Crafts. I'm sure this is how he package it up and make it really hard to get into. Can't actually remember what's in this box. Obviously, he did send me a photo of stuff he was getting rid of. Did I want any? So I told him I think there's about 5 or so that I wanted. So he sent them. But yeah, it was about a month or so ago. So yeah, going to be a bit of a once I see them, I'll remember. But yeah, at the moment I can't remember which ones are in there. So yeah, like I say, glad I've actually received this parcel this time and it hasn't been intercepted. Let's see if I can. Should have got a knife really, but I just used brute force to rip it open with my bare hands. So yeah, I guess a bit of a surprise to me, as much as the viewers watching what's actually in here. And yeah, like I say, just glad I've got it this time, because without talking about it too much, if the crackhead took them, I don't think he'd watched these films that Al sent me last time, and I don't think he would have got much for them if he'd sold them or traded them into CEX. So I don't really get why he wanted to steal that, but I guess that's what crackheads do. They're like magpies, take anything that's shiny that isn't nailed down. Well, I've got it out now. But yeah, I know Al did say he'd sort of checked in my local CEXs for the ones he'd sent to see if they were in there. And I said I don't think he'd go to the trouble of travelling all the way to CEX to trade them in for a few pounds. So don't know what he did. Maybe crumbled up and smoked them in his pipe. But right, here it is. I've got it out of the box now, all nicely bubble wrapped up and safe. Let's see if I can get into this. You need a PhD in lock picking to get into that. Or actually, if I open this bit gently, I can save this bit of bubble wrap to reuse, because yeah, I've got a parcel I'm sending to Al soon. If you're watching, Al, it's been a while. Got Happiness on DVD, Todd Solondz film, Critters Collection on DVD. Obviously, you can see that upgraded it. Pray for the Devil on Blu-ray. And then, yeah, hoping to chuck one or two more in by the time I send it. Like I said to you, obviously I'm going to rewatch ABCs of Death Part 2 on Blu-ray. If I don't get on with it, then I'll chuck that in the box for you as well. But yeah, I'm sure I've got another few things hanging around that I can send off to you. So yeah, thank you, Al. So first title is U571. Sorry about the glare again, but yeah, it's sunny in the UK. Really nice condition disc. Yeah, I'm sure Al keeps all this stuff in good condition and looks after it. I know he's a collector, so like us collectors, we cherish it. I used to have mates when we were younger, especially with PS1 games, just leave them at the thing till they get scratched. And I was like, for the effort of putting something back in rather than ruining a game worth 50 quid, is it that hard? Whereas, yeah, I knew a lot of people that would just throw their discs around and leave them out, getting scratched and put things on them. But yeah, not really heard too much about this, but the title was interesting. Heard people say it's good, but yeah, it kind of seems like a submarine sort of film. And yeah, there's quite a few I want to watch. I want to watch is it Deep Rising? Is that the one that Marcus showed? It's like a seafaring one. Then there's Hunt for Red October, one with Gene Hackman that I think Royal Stewart showed. Can't remember the name of. But yeah, trying to get a few. I think Leviathan is set like. But yeah, I like things sort of set in the sea, but especially on submarines and things. And you've got, what's it called? The Nautilus from 80,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That was a favourite as a kid. I think that's a Disney film. Yeah, let me know if you've seen this and you know anything about that one. U571. Oh yeah, so there is 5 here, so quite a good guess. Yeah, I've not really heard of this one. The Condemned. But yeah, looked an interesting action film. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vinnie Jones. Only really seen one more film, I think, with Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, which is kind of like an American football comedy. And when it's got loads of wrestlers and stuff, and Stone Cold is actually quite good in it. Vinnie Jones, yeah, I liked in some stuff. Mean Machine, he's good. Obviously, Lock, Stock and Snatch. Midnight Meat Train, he's really good in. So yeah, I think this was not long after we was on the stream talking about Midnight Meat Train. What's the guy's name? Headshot. I can't remember his name now, but yeah, he was basically talking about Midnight Meat Machine. Midnight Meat Train. And yeah, and then I think it was the next day, so I was like, yeah, after thinking about Vinnie Jones, yeah, I checked this. I mean, yeah, it could be like generic action film, or could be interesting. But yeah, I thought, you know, one I'll check out, being as I was sending it for free. Limitless. So yeah, I heard quite good things about this. But yeah, these are all ones. I'll get to it when I come to it. But yeah, this is another one I haven't seen. So yeah, Bradley Cooper, Abby Cornish, and Robert De Niro. So yeah, I mean, good cast. Looks interesting. I'm not sure if this came out around the same time as Inception. But yeah, I always kind of group these together for some reason. Directed by Neil Burger. So I've really heard of him. But yeah, again, let me know if you know any of these or anybody's watched any of them. But yeah, Limitless, all in good condition. So yeah, look forward to checking that one out. I Am Legend. A lot of people say this is Will Smith's best film, but again, it's one I've just somehow never watched. I think Stuart, maybe Roy, both said that this is like a remake of The Omega Man by Charlton Heston. Not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Will Smith fan. Independence Day is a good film, but I don't think he really makes it. What's the one? Ali, he's good in, but yeah, it's not so much I don't think he's a good actor. There's just not that many films of him I really love. I wouldn't sort of say he's overrated, but yeah, he's not kind of a go-to actor for me. So yeah, a lot of people have said this is one of his best ones. So yeah, looking forward to checking that out. I think it's kind of like an apocalypse. I'm not sure it's a zombie film, but apocalypse kind of film directed by Francis Lawrence. Again, not a director I've really heard of. And then this one I have seen years ago. Watched it with my mate, but we were kind of drinking and stuff at the time, so I don't know if I fell asleep during it. Not saying it's a boring film, but obviously when you're drinking and stuff, or we watched it all. But yeah, remember enjoying the bits I did watch, and yeah, heard good things from a lot of people. Obviously presented by Peter Jackson, filmed by Neil Blomkamp, who's a really good director. It looks like it's a foreign release, if you can see the writing, but I'm not sure. It looks like German, judging by the language on the back. Could be German or Dutch. See if I can find. Doesn't seem to say. Well, the first language it says on there is Svenska, which is Swedish. It doesn't look like Swedish language. Yeah, I thought it was kind of maybe Dutch or Netherlands, Holland, whatever you call it. But yeah, heard a lot of good things about this. A lot of people saying it's really good alien film, but also has a lot of like allegory and metaphor for like segregation and things. Where I think they keep the humans and the aliens segregated in District 9. But yeah, looking forward to checking all of these ones out. So yeah, thank you, Al. Obviously, usually I kind of share a channel name and say go and watch them and subscribe. Whereas yeah, I'll double check in case Al has started up a channel since, but I don't think he has. Let me just see. I forgot on these to check the director. So Scott Wiper on this for Condemned, and don't think I can actually see on this U571. Oh, stellar cast: Matthew McConaughey, Bill Paxton, Harvey Keitel, and John Bon Jovi. So, yeah, good cast. Only film I've seen with John Bon Jovi in, I think, is Vampires Los Muertos. That is a part 2 of John Carpenter's Vampires. And yeah, I mean, it's not a great film, but was it part 1? I think it's part 2. But yeah, Bon Jovi was good enough in it for a kind of singer turned actor. So, yeah, I'm sure he'll be okay in this. Just says from the creators of the hit thriller Breakdown. Oh, wow, Breakdown I've heard good things about. Roy and I've been talking about that recently. Is that the one with Kurt Russell and, I want to say Catherine Hepburn? I'm not sure. White Knuckle World War II suspense drama. So yeah, I'm trying to get more war films about an American submarine crew as they battle against time, danger, and their own fears. Their mission, a daring plan to capture a top-secret encrypting device from a Nazi U-boat. Yeah, I can't actually see on there who directed it. Guessing with this quite stellar cast. Oh, hang on, there is writing on the front, but it's so small, it's barely legible. It's written by an ant. I think it says directed by something Jonathan Watson, but yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but like I say, I don't need glasses. My vision, I think the optician said last time I went, is kind of 20/20, but some of these are just so small. Unfortunately, I haven't got Sherlock George's magnifying glass out to have a look at it. But yeah, thank you a lot for those, Al. And like I say to people that watch, let me know if you've seen any of these or you know any more information about them than I do. Because yeah, these are all kind of first-time watches. Like I say, District 9, what did it come out 20 years ago? Yeah, I watched some of it then, but can't remember too much of it. You know how it is. You probably watch films when you're around. I think there was a few of us there, so everyone's chatting and messing around and playing drinking games. So can't really remember too much of it. But yeah, a lot of people have said since it's really good and one of Neil Blomkamp's best films. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, probably back with my recent watches video next. I've been thinking about doing like a top 5 scariest films ever, but I'm finding it quite hard to narrow it down. I was thinking about doing that one with not films that I can say I've sort of witnessed when they first came out, but films that probably really shocked audiences, or at least a moment. So in my recent watches, I did say the chestburster scene in Alien. I imagine that kind of caught audiences off guard and made them gasp. So yeah, I thought of a few others. So yeah, maybe back with one of those. If not, it'll be my next recent watches, which I think is part 8. So yeah, done quite well. I guess give myself a pat on the back for getting this video under 14 minutes, whereas my last one was like 30 odd and usually are. So not so much waffle today. Right, thanks everybody for watching, and thank you, Al. Bye.